Saturday morning. It is early for some people. I'm usually up this early. I don't know if anybody else is. On a Saturday morning, we're trying to heat up the garage a little bit. It's a balmy 38 degrees. What's up, Andy? Bam, bam. How are you? Rex. Wow. There's a few people up. I wasn't sure what y'all scheduled. Well, Andy's overseas, so that's probably late for him, I would assume. I'm gonna cut a few bands while the heater does what it's supposed to do. Hopefully we can get this garage up to a warmer temperature. What's up, Zach? Butler, how are you, buddy? Everybody get enough turkey and stuff? I did, that's for sure. Yeah, it's cold out. It's 12 degrees, and it says, feels like 2. All right, good stuff. Any plans for the weekend? I normally work. I haven't had a Saturday off since August, so this is pretty sweet. Feels like a vacation. Competition was a great success. Yeah, I heard, man. I saw a couple of posts, Andy. It looked very wet, but you guys are troopers, and you made it through it, man, which is badass. The general has joined. What's going on, Robert? How are you, sir? Yeah, it's definitely the diehard catapult, as you guys call it, right? Slingshot fans going out in the craptacular weather and still enjoying yourself. I would definitely give it a go. You cracked a clip on your Aries last night. Damn, what happened there? Do tell. Please explain. Explain yourself. It's a clip. Clamp. Hell yeah. That's badass, Andy. You guys are troopers for sure. That's killer, man. I'd definitely give it a go. I mean, why not? I think the only part that would, well, multiple things would suck with the rain, but I think the part I would not enjoy the most would be the pouch hand, holding on to the pouch and having it be completely soaked would suck. Where did he at? Ain't he still in jail? Oh, damn. So you cracked it, tightening it. That's what I wasn't sure of, if it was like a fork hit or what. Or like a return. I've had some weird fork hits. So I had one on, I bought a Cygnus Bold. Hello from Ireland. Hey, Monk, how are you? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I appreciate you stopping by there, Monk. Yeah, I had a Cygnus Bold I bought from Prime Fork before Omega was really taking off. Sorry, I cough a lot in the morning. I apologize for that. My radio voice is not quite up to par yet. And I shot it, and I thought I had a fork hit, right? Which I don't get too many of them. I can't remember the last time I had one, to be honest with you, other than fucking around. Like when I'm shooting dumb shit, like weird things that I'm not used to, I might get a fork hit here and there. Stuff where you have to tweak the pouch and all that. Maybe I'll get a fork hit, but not that much. But regular frames, I haven't had one in a long time. But I did have one on that fork. And the weirdest thing was that it was in, like, this is not it, but if you could picture, I'm holding it, right? And I shot it, and it went through, but somehow I had a ding dead center right there. I do not know how that happened. It's the weirdest fork hit I've ever had. Yeah, right. Hit that like, guys. Come on, man. Do your due diligence. So, being the fact that the weather is changing and it's cold, I'm gonna band up some point .6. My normal setup, I run point .5, point .4. I like a really light setup because I don't hunt, and sometimes I'll shoot 500 plus rounds in a sitting. And for me, I have shot heavy bands for lengthy times, and it just puts a hell of a lot of stress on your body. That's not. So I usually run a pretty light band because I can just shoot it all day long. It pulls back like butter, and I don't get any fatigue. That's why I shoot light setups, and I also don't hunt. If I hunted, I would definitely shoot a heavy setup or long draw just to get some more speeds and more velocity. Outside, good morning. How are you? I agree, brother man. It's cold as a mofo. So I'm going to cut some point .6, and I'm also going to use green, which I haven't used green in a while. Billy the goat. Yes. And it's a little crooked today. It's kind of bothering me. I'll have to keep stroking my goat on camera. But see how it's like crooked? I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Yeah, I think with point .4, point .5 you could hunt, but I feel like long draw or maybe maxing it out. Thank you, King Henry. OJ, good morning. -14. That's cold, man. Long draw for sure. I mean, point .4 long draw. You can pound out some speeds, but I don't max my bands out either. Like I said, I basically have my setup strictly for just target shooting, and that's what I enjoy the most. So that's how I have my setups done. Target shooting. I think my elongations on average about maybe 500%. That's what we'll say, 500%. It's not an exact number. But I'm also going to change my taper that I normally run just for these heavier bands. I'm going to change my taper up a little bit. I normally run 25 to 12, which is a taper that I enjoy. But today I'm going to switch back to an older taper that I used to run, which is 22 to 14. And I do have my chronograph, so if that thing, if the batteries are still good in it, I may run a couple of speed tests on it just to see where the point .6, 22 to 14 is landing. But first we got to make some. Point .6, 25 to 15 with 7.16 ammo is my squirrel setup. Hell yeah. Siggy, how do I shave my beard? Well, I don't. So that's going to be a very quick topic. All right, so first of all, we are going to cut us a little bit of length here. Get a straight edge. All right. So I think, like today, I got Thanksgiving again, man, on my side of the family, which is fine. But it's going to be like a whole another, repeat of the same exact crap. I say crap in a very genuine way because I do love to eat, obviously, and I do love Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for many things. All right, we got this nice straight edge now there. Mark, how are you? Glad to have you. Appreciate you stopping in. So a local DJ here for years, like on the actual radio. His name was Mancow. His name was Eric Muller. But Mancow was the radio his name was. And he was like a shock jock, they called it back in the day. And a lot of the topics that he would talk about back then, like in the 90s, late 90s, mid to late 90s, people weren't really talking about. So he was kind of cutting edge or whatever. And I always enjoyed his show. I started listening to it in high school when we were smoking bongs in the back of the parking lot in our crappy old cars. And I've been watching The Shield a lot lately, right? Which is a TV show back from like that time frame, early 2000s. And they have pulled over a car on the show because it's a cop show, and on the sticker, like panned through like the car, so like the camera's coming to the back of the car, going up to the front, showing the guy driving the car, and the cop walks up and he's like, "Oh, Chicago boys" or whatever, but there's a sticker of Manca on there, and that was cracking me up. So then the next scene, they show some of the inmates or jailbirds getting intake into the cage there, and Mancow was one of them walking by. He was like an extra. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I actually caught that. It was pretty cool. So I had to Google it, and I Googled it, and it was true. All right, so we're gonna cut these. I'm gonna start about I guess 150 millimeters. That's what I normally cut them at. So we'll do a little slicey slice at the 150 millimeters. The devil's cabbage. Let me know if that signal is bad, guys. Last live that I did, I shut it off. I pressed the damn off button, and on my side it said that your live stream has ended. But I'm getting like comments and shit still. So I messaged a few people, and I'm like, "Am I still live?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, dude, you're still live, but the picture's frozen." So that is because of Wi-Fi signal. So I bought a Wi-Fi extender, but I haven't hooked it up yet. So right now it's early for us. My kids are sleeping in, my wife's sleeping in, so there's no other devices running right now on our Wi-Fi. Maybe that will help, but I did get an extender. I plan on setting it up today. Thanks for letting me know. It's looking good. Sweet. If it goes good, then hopefully I will have a very strong signal out here in the garage. So we'll see how that goes. If not, we'll just have to deal with it. And yeah. All right, so I cut my I cut my bands at 150. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. I think I might have. Oh, no, I didn't. Sweet. All right, we're back on track. You know what, Zach? I watched up to the halftime. I've watched every game other than the one in London this year, and yeah, the Bears have had some shitty luck. They played shitty, but they also had some shitty luck too. And up to halftime, that game was not looking good. But I had to. All right, man. We'll see you. Coffee. That sounds. I should have made one. I had one already. Not coffee. I quit drinking coffee, but I had one of my fake coffees. I should have made another one. Yeah. Oh, I will soon. But yeah, dude, for real, Zach. They definitely have been getting robbed, but they're still not playing the greatest either. I don't know. They're playing their as best as they can for what's happening. But yeah, I shut it off at halftime because I had to go do stuff, and I wasn't really I didn't want to be staring at my phone. You know how it is. You go to family stuff, and even though I want to watch um, the game, I didn't want to be that guy who just stares at his phone the whole time. So I didn't watch any more of it. But then I did check the score later on, and I was like, "Oh wow, that must have turned out to be a pretty decent game, huh?" Mikey. I am in the glorious state of Illinois in the United States, and it is 6:23 in the morning. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother man? How are you? All right, take it easy outside. Take it easy. Running. All right, so if any of you have just joined us, I am cutting a few bands out of The Omega Green 0.6, because the temperatures have dropped significantly, and I feel like I'm gonna have to step it up a little bit. I was shooting out in the backyard the other day when it was about, we'll say like 35 degrees. I had a little steel can out there. I was shooting at about 15 paces, we'll say, and I didn't measure it, and it was not quite penetrating the can. That was with, that was with like 0.4 or something. So I don't know what kind of speed that was, but it was definitely, it was still doing the job, but I just felt like, it felt a little weak, you know, like you can get that feeling after a while, after you've been shooting for a little while. You let go of it and you can kind of like, that's not quite, maybe the speed's still there, but it just feels like it's dipping down a little, just barely. It just feels a little too, I don't know, too spongy for the degrees. The degrees were a little cold. All right. So we're gonna do 0.6, and I'm gonna, hopefully I didn't cut these too short. If I did, I'll make some more. I'm gonna put a pouch on a couple of these, and we're gonna, yeah, these are gonna be short, guys. Jesus. Oh well. God damn it. Don't you hate it when you do that? Yeah, these are gonna be too short. Son of a. Snowing here. Long draw, but it's getting so windy. I was doing good long draw, but it's getting so windy. I'm thinking of going back to short draw. You won't lose the progress, man. Andy. So it rains like a ton over there, doesn't it? You're not gonna. Yeah, that's what I figured most people do, right, Mark? You've been shooting a long time. I mean, it makes sense, right? Last year I did the same thing. I bumped up just one to 0.6, and it was fine. But also, like 30 degrees is one thing. I can handle it out there at 30 degrees shooting for a while. You know, you just keep your hands in your pockets when you can. But when it's 10 degrees out and whatnot, I don't shoot out there. It's just not, the enjoyment is gone at that point. All right, so we're gonna scrap these, and we're gonna go over here and cut some more. And I'm gonna go a little longer. This time I'm not going to be a retard. So let's cut those a little longer. Sorry if retard is offensive. I don't think it is. I guess I'll use those for attaching wrap and tuck. How's that? We'll call it it's not a mistake. It was a planned thing. I was planning on making some cutting strips, so you know, that's what we're gonna do. We made some. So we're gonna cut these just a wee longer. Thank God for templates, right? I can just whip out some more. Make sure to put the shit in the right bag. Now I'll end up confusing myself. I had a few pieces of HDP left over from my cutting board extravaganza. Are round or flat bands better? I have no clue. Well, that's an age-old question, right? It's kind of like Pepsi or Coke, I guess. I don't know. I don't like tubes for certain reasons, and I like tubes for certain reasons. For me, I shoot flat bands 95% of the time. Take it easy, Zach. Oof, work is calling. Yep. Flat bands is what I prefer. But tubes have there's plenty of good reasons to shoot tubes. It's just I prefer flat bands. Tubes are gonna get longevity like crazy. Like I can't believe how long I can get life out of tubes. It's just crazy. Uh, Tubes are easy to, um, let's say, load the pouch. As long as you have have your tubes when you're making tubes, right? Sorry to be all over the place, but when you're making tubes and putting them onto your slingshot, as long as the curve of the tubes is following the correct path, because you do have to kind of watch out for that, they absolutely will not twist or spin on each other. So you could hold your slingshot, have your tubes, and grab your pouch, and it's all kind of in a pretty fair orientation. Flat bands have a tendency to spin around and twist, which is not a big deal at all. But if you are not necessarily, I mean, you can begin on flat bands, definitely. But like my kid, right? My son, he's young and he shoots. And I noticed at the very beginning, first one I got for him, I got him a little champ. I got him a Axiom champ and I put flat bands on it. And he was enjoying himself, but he could not load the pouch worth a darn. So every shot, I had to load the pouch for him, and he was just struggling like crazy. Like he kept wanting to have them twisted up, and they were just not lining up right. And I started to realize that, but he was still able to shoot, but I was realizing that he could shoot probably better with a little different setup. So I put some tubes onto it's like a one from You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Neiman. I'm sorry, Neyman. Matthew, is it Matthew? I'm really bad with names, guys. But You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, right? Is the name that he goes by. He's an excellent shot. I met him at one tournament. A great dude, but he makes these ones. They're called like the Moose or something, right? So it's a hammer grip. It's got like googly eyes on the side, and it's got like a U-shaped instead of a Y. It's kind of a U, and it's set up to shoot tubes. So I got him that one, thinking hammer grip for a kid would be kind of cool, right? Because then you don't have to worry about putting your fingers anywhere. Fingers are below the horseshoe, so chances are you're probably not going to hit them or anything. Because really, when you're dealing with beginner shooters is you want it to make it as enjoyable as possible, right? Because if it's not fun, why the hell would you want to keep doing it? So that worked. I did the hammer grip. Thank you, Woj Tech. Sorry about the pronunciation. Make sure to like, subscribe, thumbs up. After that, with the tubes, hammer grip, he was able to load the pouch on his own because it was just always kind of there, right? So he could just put the ammo in and load it. And he was starting to shoot better. Then he kind of outgrew that one, I guess we'll say, a little bit. And he's back to the champ, but I put tubes on it. And it's got like these little grooves for like through the fork orientation, and I put the tubes through there and tied them on real tight, and that's working well. Do I have a favorite gun? Yes, Rex, it is. Define favorite. What is equals a favorite gun? All right, let's see if we can get these things a little bit better than the first round, guys, because the first batch was not a good slicey slice. Do I have you fave gun? I'm confused. I read that totally different. Do you have? Whoa. All right, let's slice these up and get some banded up. I want to shoot a little bit before the world comes alive and starts to bother me. if y'all haven't got a taper, a template, not a taper, a template, I would urge you to get one. They make life easy. Anything that shoots. Yeah, I don't know. Do I have, like, favorite? They're more like, to me nowadays, they're more like just tools. I don't enjoy going out and shooting like I did before because it's basically I just watch my I don't know. I don't like I used to shoot all the damn time. I used to go to the range a lot. And I wouldn't just go there and shoot a little bit. I would shoot a lot. And then the whole price thing happened and everybody got all crazy. 22 to 14, Rex. Anything that shoots. But yeah, now I carry a little 380 every day, day in, day out, all the time. Sometimes in the wintertime, I'll bump it up to a 9 mil. I was carrying a 9 millimeter for a long time. I was carrying a 45 at the beginning for a long time. Then I realized I wanted less weight, so I switched down to a 9 mil with a 147 grain bullet. You can still pack a pretty strong punch, and you don't have to carry the weight of a 45. Then I was like, you know what? I'm really tired of having this big old hunk of iron on my hip. So I switched to a little Bodyguard 380. And yeah, that thing barely ever leaves my side. And it will do enough to get whatever the hell trouble I'm in, get me away from it. And back to my family, which is the whole goal, right? All right, so now I got enough to make some bands. Yeah, Rex, the only thing that I don't like is I can't open carry out here, so I got to conceal carry. What's up, Andrew? Sorry, I should have brought a drink. I'm dumb. I have no drink. Yeah, I don't know, man. When you're a fat fucker like myself and you're trying to inside the waistband carry or conceal, I don't like pocket carry. That just bothers me for some reason. Even a small gun, it still bothers me. Ankle carry is a complete and utter joke in the in the real world. I mean, if it's your backup, your bug, your backup piece, then okay, maybe ankle carry. But I'm not having nothing around my ankle all damn day. So I have to carry in the waistband. When you have a giant gut like myself, you kind of have to put it at about, we'll say, 5 o'clock on your hip. And it's not about finding the right holster. I've tried a million different holsters. We all have, right? If you've shot anything, you're gonna have a whole drawer full of holsters or whatnot. I've actually been able to sell quite a bit of them on eBay, so that's cool. But for me, like I said, I've boiled it down to, and this is like a lot of people. You have different viewpoints, right? Do you really need a big heavy duty piece in your daily life? I don't seek trouble, period. And I don't travel into areas where I may encounter more problems. If I was a person who traveled into areas where I would be presented in situations that I may want to get out of, that I needed more power, then I would definitely not carry a little 380. In my work, I have, yeah, well, that's what my 380 is all about, man. Bam, bam, I forget it's there, and that's what I want. I want a piece that I know is there, but I want to forget that it's there. Like I'm saying, in my situation, right? I'm at a place every day. I don't go to crappy neighborhoods. I deal with angry customers, but I've been doing the same thing for half my damn life. Never been threatened with a weapon. All right, I've been threatened with voice, and people have tried to get aggressive many a times because they don't want to pay bills or whatever. But I've never been physically assaulted. A lot of people are talk. A lot of people will, up until the actual nitty gritty, they will talk and flap their gums. But when it comes down to actually trying to get out of a situation or into a situation, a lot of people around here don't want to go down that route. They act like they do, but when push comes to shove, they run like little chicken shits, and they shut their fucking mouths real quick. But so the reason I carry one is if I were to get in that situation. For one, I'm overweight. I'm not in the greatest shape. So if somebody were to attack me, I would not be able to go round for round, like a boxer. Even let's say a minute struggle, that's an eon. That's like so much time. People don't get it. 15 seconds is a long time. So if some punk ass, let's say, tried to get the jump on me and shove me or something, for one, situational awareness, you have to be on the ready to go and be aware of who's doing what, where, and when, and how. But if a dude got to jump on me or pushed me or something, I would at least want to be able to pull my piece and lay one into his gut, so I could run away. And a 380 will do that. Even if you have heavy clothes on, a 380 will puncture heavy clothes. The ballistics are fine on it, and it will buy you enough time to get out of it. Will I be in a firefight that's going to last for a long time? No. I mean, but that's not what I'm preparing for. I have plenty of other pieces that will work for that. And if I'm going to an area, which I don't, that's going to require any kind of additional threats, then I may change up what I carry. Anyway, back to slingshots. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's like I don't go looking for fights. See, that's the other side of it. And when I'm going to places, even like just out to shopping and stuff, I'm more aware of what's going on around me because really, so many people just stare at their phones and they don't even realize, like what do they always call it, the transitional places. You got to be cautious. Gas stations. People can just come and go and really just get the jump on. Are you going to walk with? You can tell. Okay, if you were if you were a criminal, right? Are you going to go after a guy who is upright, walking while looking at people, walking around, shoulders up, walking at a fast pace, not a fast, not like running, not like you're a Billy Badass, but I'm just saying, you're not going to pick a guy who's aware. You're going to pick some fucking noodle that you can go over and shove down and grab their purse or their phone or whatever. So basically, you can rule everything out. You don't go out to crappy neighborhoods in the middle of the night. You stay where you know. You watch where you make sure you're watching what's going on. You pay attention to people that don't look right. There's always your gut's going to tell you this is not the right place to be. We've all been in those situations where you're like, all right, something's about to go down here, and I'm not going to be in it. So let's get the fuck out of here right now. So it's a lot of it is how you live your life. Not just because you have a piece doesn't mean you're going to be, like I said, Billy Badass stopping the world from crime. So that's why I don't need a gigantic gun. But if I could open carry, I would feel a lot better because I do have some open carry holsters, and that feels really nice on the hip with a bigger piece because it's actually comfortable to me. So anyway, if you are in the mix looking for a gun, you got to find out what works for you, and eventually you will. Zach. I've only had a piece pulled on me once when I was younger, and I was in a crappy spot where I shouldn't have been, and thankfully, it was a very weird story. Back then, concealed carry wasn't a thing. You could still have your piece on you, but it had to be separate from. So you had to have like your firearm in one area, your bullets in another area. Like you could not gain access to your piece, like in your car. Let's say you're coming back from the range or whatever. They could not be together. They had to be separate. And we were young and dumb, and we were actually coming back from my buddy's farm after shooting. So we had few pistols in the car, but we were also young and dumb, like I said. So we stopped at a place in a town that's half-ass crappy around here. Little fucking hole in the wall, garbage ass liquor store. And these two persons of interest were hanging around. Back then, but I ain't proud of none of this shit, guys. I can tell you that right now. We did smoke a lot of fucking weed and firearms and alcohol, firearms, anything that's keeping you out of a safe frame of mind is not good. Period. Do not endorse that, but I also can't lie. That's how I was. So we were on our way back. We decided to get some booze because we're like, all right, we're gonna be partying now, like for real, not just partially partying. And so these two freaking jigs around the corner came out, and they were attempting to do something. I don't know what exactly they wanted, but they did flash a piece. They didn't really pull it. They flashed it, and my buddy was in a Jeep. I was coming out of the liquor store, and he actually had the piece with no bullets in it in the glove box, and he pulled it out and put it up on top of the dash. He didn't like point it at him, but just put it up in the dash, and I hopped in, and we just fucking bolted. So that was the closest encounter I've ever had. I know, it's a wild life, isn't it? AK-47, Jesus. That's fucking awesome, man. I'm too old. I'm sorry, I gotta go back and read after my story there. I'm too old to have much training and pay too much on pews to get in a fight. Everything in my wallet can be replaced. Yeah, for sure. 100%. There's also a street and awareness education aspect that keeps you safe that's missing from people that didn't grow up in hard places. Very true, very true. I had a punk kid pull an AK-47 on me. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh no. Don't tell me I'm blurry. On my back. Yeah, Mark, definitely did not grow up in a hard place at all. Period. I grew up out in here, which I'm still in the same damn town, but it is what it is. That's where my whole family is, and that's why I'm staying out here. But we also grew up in a little different time frame. So you have to also remember that we grew up with no phones. What's up, Bazzy? Everything we did was different. So we got into fights and scrambles and stuff, and we got into trouble, and we did a lot of dumb things. But you learn to, like you said, if you're in tune with your gut, you can usually smell shit coming, and you can find when it's your time to go before it's your time to go. And a lot of people just ignore that, or they just don't know it. I don't know. But I have a very good sense of that. It's very odd, and I think probably a lot of us do. But same as like car accidents and shit. It's really weird, dude. But like I can sense before like a car accident's about to happen sometimes, and I'm sure that's not just me. I know a lot of people can probably do that, but it's weird. I've said it many a times. Like something's about to happen right there, and boom. It's very odd. All right, we finally have one banded up here. But before I shoot, I'm going to just tie one more. This is what we got. This thing is available, guys, Omega Slings. I haven't shot the green in a long time, man. think my tie job's okay. Yeah, it feels pretty decent. Yep. Not fully maxed out, but it ain't weak either. Ooh, we got it almost up to 60 degrees, boys. Go hang up this vest. I'll be right back. Shoot, wait. Feeling good out here now. All right, let me tie up one more band before we go there. Yeah, the Wendigo. This thing is slick, man. It's sweet. I don't know what Wasp uses. Their magic recipe of stuff, but their plastic, or I don't even know what it is it's got a unique feel to it, and I love it. It's my favorite consistency of all the plastics that are out there. Oh, it's crazy, man. Yeah, like people just flat out are unaware of what's going on. And I do lay my guard down. Like when I'm at home, I like in the yard and stuff, whatever. If something happens, which is highly unlikely, but if it does, I'm prepared. We'll just say. But in like my living room, so I'll definitely lay my lay my guard down sometimes, and that's when you'll start to notice things, right? Because it's like my kids will come up to me sometimes when I'm on my phone and they'll ask me a question, and it won't even register that they talk to me, and then I'm like, oh goddamn, well there it is, and then I have to then I rethink and I throw my phone to the side because I want to be present with my kids, and I start to realize that these phones will suck you into it, and then you won't even realize things are going around you. But yeah, a lot of it's weird how it's changed too, right? Because like the customers in the waiting room and stuff, everybody's on their phones. Like it could be complete silence and nobody would even give two shits. Where back when I first started working and stuff, it's getting harder and harder to remember. But we would actually sit around and like BS is what they called it. We'd sit around and bullshit, and that is dying. It's so rare that when we get a customer who comes in who's not on their phone, it appears odd now, and that's changed. That's like the norm now is everybody glued. We're all gonna be like hunchbacks and shit too, right? From looking down, we're all gonna be like, I can't look up anymore. I'm a hunchback. I'm just gonna cut one more, and then I'm gonna shoot a little bit. I try to, man. I know all my neighbors. I don't go over and have dinner or nothing, but we chat, and I say hi to them. I still wave. I still open doors for people. I still say please and thank you and all that crap. So it's not like it's dead. There's still lots of good people out there who like to talk and stuff, but it's just considered a norm now to not do it. And we're all just slowly becoming okay with it, Oh yeah, it's like a poker chip. That'd be cool, man. It's like a fidget spinner. I have a tendency to play with my knife a lot, and I don't even. It's like subconscious. Like when I'm on the phone at work, like talking to people and stuff, I constantly am clicking my damn knife. I'm sure it drives my coworkers nuts, and they don't say anything about it. But I could imagine that would get annoying pretty quick. But I can't help it. I grab the phone and I instantly grab my knife and I just flick it open, shut it, flick it open, and shut it. It's a habit I've developed that I didn't even realize I developed. Adult fidget spinner, yeah, exactly. All right, we got to tie on one more end, and then we're gonna attempt to shoot a little bit. Small neodymium. I can never say that word right. I got a bunch of those for various things. They come in real handy. Just having a couple of those guys around for different things. I like to have magnets. They are fun. Greetings from the UK. Hey, Mark. I am glad to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you are enjoying your day so far and able to shoot. Oh, really? Is it really that bad up there? I don't understand why. That's very weird. Like just a knife, right? I don't know why you couldn't have a folding knife. Doesn't make any sense. Does not compute. Still liking this new jig from Omega, guys. It's steadily becoming my favorite. I have not used any other one since I bought it, if that tells you anything. Just because it works and it's easy. Heavy, doesn't move around, doesn't take long at all to tie. Whoa, that was weird. My crystal string, getting a little too grabby on the crystal string here, guys. All right, there we go. Rocks. You really can't have folding knives. Is that true for real? Like, what's the regulation? Can you? Cause like for us, technically in Illinois, you can't have a. I don't even know anymore. I want to say you can't have a blade that's over 3 inches. Like what they taught us was growing up, that you can't like have a blade that goes from here to here. So it's like a quick measurement that like the cops used to do. You know, if you had a blade and you would pull it out, and if it sticks above there, very rough measurement, then yeah, you could go to jail. But I don't know if that's still the same or not. Take it easy, Mark. Thank you for coming in, my brother. Some studs are illegal. Liner locking is illegal. Damn. That's crazy. Huh. Wow. That's crazy. Huh. I wonder why though. I mean, like you could still open a regular knife without a spring assist and hurt somebody if you felt so inclined, right? Like it just doesn't make any sense. If a person is really that interested in doing harm with anything, they could grab a pair of scissors, right, and just stabbity stab. These things are pretty sharp, man. So I stole. I borrowed these from my wife, and thankfully, she has not noticed yet. And I've had them for a while, so because they are fabulous. I am loving them. They slice right through stuff. These little dudes work good too. I keep forgetting I even have them. I think I already lost a pair of them. I bought 2 pairs because I figured I'd probably lose one. The one with backlocks or a loophole. Yeah. An old hunting knife. Huh. I don't know. How far do you want to get with that, you know? Like, so should we ban hammers now? Because hammers could hurt somebody. I don't get it. It doesn't, like, all that stuff doesn't matter. You can carry a fixed blade that is 16 inches long. Well, that definitely will not hurt anybody. Ban cars. I know, right? Well, that's what I don't get. You know, Chicago has some of the strictest gun laws in the U.S. And dude, you cannot turn on. There's not a day that goes by without multiple people, getting shot and killed. if they have the strictest gun laws, then that town should be crime free. Like over a long weekend, it's going to be big numbers. Every time, man, I wish it wasn't cold out. The sun's finally up. Well, not the sun, but the light is out. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I bet you after this weekend, there's going to be like 50 people shot, 20 of them injured severely, and 10 dead. I don't know. It's goofy. More laws. That's the cure. Oh, I was telling you guys earlier, and I kind of got sidetracked. I had some old pieces of a cutting board laying around, and I haven't worked with it in a while. And I made one, a little slingshot, a goofy looking one, out of some blue cutting board stuff. And I'm gonna make a short on that today, even in the cold. If we actually get some sun, that would be awesome. So keep a lookout for that. It's kind of a weird one, man. I went with a very open, I don't know, kind of a cartoony-ish sort of thing. I'm moving the phone. This is when usually the crap starts to happen here, guys. I think I've had a decent... Hey, Brooke, how are you? Glad to have you. Thank you for popping in. Oh, Bam Bam, it's horrible. I'm not in Chicago, but I'm close enough that we're starting to see a lot of the riffraff floating out our ways. And I do talk to a few of my customers are cops in Cook County. And we'll just say that early retirement is a huge thing for police officers right now around here. They are taking their retirement and running, and they are practically begging people to join the force. All right, Zach, take it easy. Give me 1 second. Let's flip that light off a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway, slingshots. You know, I've been making these Ranger beads for quite a while now. They're super easy to make. I haven't put one on here yet out of paracord. It's like literally a 30-second process, if that. And they're cool because it's a paracord bead that you can put on and adjust your tension of your lanyard. I have not put one on this yet. I do have my chronograph there. I don't have a tripod for it right now. I had to borrow my tripod out. Maybe I could set it on that ladder. Let's just take a few shots and see how this thing feels first. See if we can get to see or not. This hat is an Omega Slings hat. The link right here, I don't know if you can click on the link or not, but yeah, Bazzy, they are trying to get people that they're just trying to get people. I still haven't watched that video, Bam Bam. I told you I was gonna, and I keep forgetting. So I got to put it on like my watch list or something, because it looked like the end result turned out pretty good. I made it about a minute and a half into it, and then I got sidetracked. These are probably a little bit long. Let's see. I haven't shot the greens in a long time. Olympus green, right? Yeah, we got a hit. I redid the catch box once again. I'm still getting bounce outs, but they, I think, are less. Just getting used to this, guys. Bear with me. The greens have never been my favorite compared to the white, but they're still very high functioning bands. This taper is easier to pull than my normal taper. But I still have to just get used to everything. Haven't been shooting near as much. But we're getting a couple of hits. So I'm okay with that. Ooh, that was almost an interesting one. You ever get that in the pouch hand and you just know you probably shouldn't? That was the first one. Probably what 8, 9 shots and one popped out. Yeah, these will do. Maybe we'll get a little speed test here in a minute. No, it's one of the high visibility ones. They have a 3-pack that Wasp sells. I do have a light pointing on it up here. That guy has like a spotlight LED that comes straight down onto it. But it also is a super light green. The other ones are even lighter. It came with a 40, a 60, and an 80. I think the 60's over there, and then I have an 80 hanging out in the distance, out in the backyard. But yeah, they're super bright, man. They're called the high visibilities. Yeah, man, Bam Bam, that would be badass, dude. Have you seen the Walton Files Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit? I have not. Is it worth watching? Brooke, you actually post videos? I see you said something about a short. That's cool. I will check that out. I didn't know if you posted or if you just had a channel like a lot of people, you know, just to watch. Yeah, we're definitely not quite sighted in. Oh, that's okay. A little tiny hit. Not getting any good connections yet. A couple of smacks. There we go. That was a good thumper. Second one popped out. Almost. Ooh, that was a dead center. That's my favorite ones right there. Right? That's what we're all going after. Dead center. Yeah, we're getting a couple of hits. There we go. Couple 3 of them. Brooke. Gotta spread the love, right? Get everybody subbed up. Let me see if this chronograph turns on. Hold on. Yes, Crocs and socks still. Well, we got power. Maybe I'll just set it up on the. I'm curious just to see where this taper's at. Maybe we'll just set it up on this ladder and see what happens. What do you think? Think we can pull this off? I may have to hunch down a little bit. It'll be worth it. For science. All right, we're on feet per second. Uh-oh, am I starting to lose quality? See, I got full bars on my stupid thing. Let me know, guys. Keep me informed. Sometimes I just ramble on and on and on, and I don't even pay attention. Are we getting clear? I should have like immaculate signal right now. All right. We're gonna have to hunch a little bit. Let's see what we're getting. I don't think it's that fast by any means, but it is what it is. 223. 214, can you see that? Yeah, I felt it was pretty slow. 214, kind of settling in. But I'm not maxed at all on these. We're gonna have to do a little tweaking because I want it to be a little faster. Let's see if we can pull it up. Are we dead here? Is this a dead feed or what, guys? You gotta tell me. Talk to me. Because if it is, I'm shutting it down. Come on. Somebody let me know. Don't tell me I'm locked up again. Better? Bushcraft, haven't seen you in a million times. Working fine for you? A million years. I switched over to the 5G because, I don't know. I'm just going to cut a little bit of the end of these off. So that's going to change my taper a touch. I understand that. So if any of you technical people are paying attention, the taper will slightly change. But I'm going to trim a little bit off of the end here and see if the speed comes up a little bit. I'm not looking for record-breaking numbers, but I want it a little faster. Sounds good now? Well, keep me clued in, guys, because after that last one, that last live was crazy. I don't know why it would not shut down. Like, it just kept going, man. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. YouTube decided I wasn't done. About 2:15, Tucktown, nothing good. Video's a little blurry. See, I'm on 5G now, so I could switch back, but I don't know. I haven't shot this taper in a long time, guys. I know I bitch a lot, but I just hate winter. I'd rather be just outside shooting my normal crap and not having to, I'm done with the whole, I don't want to experiment anymore. I'm getting settled in my ways. I'm like that old coot. I don't want to change. Now it's good, sweet. Bushcraft, what happened to you, man? I haven't seen you in ages. Are you still posting? Seems like you kind of fell off the earth. All right, let's see if we came up a little bit. This is just experimenting, guys. I'm not trying to. Yeah, outside, my garage is a hot mess at like any given moment. But I know where most things are. I don't know. One day I will probably figure out how I want to have it set up. But not today. All right, let's see. Like I said, I'm strictly just experimenting a little bit. I already have my normal tapering set up for warmer weather, but I may just shoot that all year. I really don't know. Let's see if we can see where we're at now. 230, about. Yeah, 230. That's fair enough. 226. Like I said, I'm still just going to be target shooting. And so warmed up to 58 degrees in here, so that's like spring weather, I guess, right? Should take this thing outside where it's 10 degrees out. 227. We're hovering between like 226 and 230. Should we take it outside? See what it does when it drops? What do you think? Probably won't take long for that latex to get cold, right? I did a video on this a long time ago, actually, on how much the cold actually changes things. I don't know if I feel like going out there and freezing or not. Had to take a break. Life was whipping me and didn't want to spread the misery. Getting back in the game now. Yeah, for sure, man. That is so true. I haven't posted a video in a couple weeks here, and I just haven't had much content or drive to really push out. But I've been screwing around with this YouTube long enough to know that it comes in phases, man. Like you'll be all fired up and you got every idea in the world on the best videos and blah blah blah, and you're just happy and cruising and flying and everything's jiving. And then you go through these moments like, I'm just gonna unplug my phone and never post another video in my life. And then it comes right back. 8mm, Mark. 8mm. Should we go out and freeze for a couple minutes? All right, Rex. Hey, Hicks. How are you, man? don't even have anything to put this on, so no, we're not going to do that. I do not want to freeze today. But maybe I'll post something on it later. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with what this setup's like. But we'll see how the cold does with it. That was the whole point of it. See what the cold does. But yeah, I want to go back to my regular stuff. Oh well, let's see if we can hit this guy a couple times before we unplug. I'm so used to shooting white that green colors of latex can affect you for sure. This is a dark green. That was a good solid smack. So it's a little harder for me to focus on quickly. So I'm kind of I'm surrounding my target, but my eyes are not adjusting to this color the greatest. But we're not too far off. I don't know about you guys, but so a lot of times I have to get into a rhythm. And I have to calm myself down, and I just have to get into it. Other days, I'll hop right on and I'll be hitting everything right away. And talking while shooting, all that stuff. And we're getting it to spin a little bit. Occasional popper outer. God damn it, like 3 in a row now. 4 in a row. There we go. That was a good hit. Right above it. Right next to it. Made it jiggle. She's jiggling. That was a hit. Dropped it. Right next to it. Well, Mr. Bushcraft. Wendigo by Wasp. With that cool Omega logo. It's a steal, man. They are selling these things cheap. And they are high quality, man. Really impressed with it, to be honest. Very, well, for one, it's a good design, but the quality on these guys is really, really top notch. A little high. A little right. That's a 40 down there, guys, and I'm less than 10 meters. So my shooting is subpar. But it's okay. It's kind of like riding a bike. LT2 and the Scout X. I don't have any side-by-sides. I owned both of those at one point. I think I may still have... Or no, did I give... I just gave that last one away. Yeah, I had the L... Dude, I forget. I had the X... The LT2's the one with the clips, right? I had that one too. I think I gave them both away. I traded one and gave another one away. I can't track my shots anymore. I lost it. I think I'm going to the right a little. I don't know. The very bottom edge of it. Yeah, I am not shooting too good today. Well, that's okay. Sniper Wolf. We are getting toasty up in here now, fellers. Turn that down a little bit. They both have clips. Okay. See, I'm forgetting. Sorry, I forget. Well, no, the integrated clips. That's what I meant. Okay, so yeah, the original Scout LT has those big chunky ones, right? But the LT2 has the integrated clips, right? Yes. And it also has fiber optics, if I remember correctly. But neither one of them are my style anymore. I just got them to get them, and I ended up giving one away and trading another one. But I don't remember what I even traded it for. I cannot remember for the life of me. Getting old, man, getting old. I'm forgetting. Yeah, I can't even see this. Here we go. That one I saw. I don't know how you guys shoot, but sometimes my brain just, I have to see it, and I can't see it all the time. It's like this picture that just gets taken. And when it happens, it happens. And when it doesn't, it doesn't. But as most of us, we shoot a lot, right? Oh, that one I could see. It was like the Matrix. Time slowed down as the projectile hit the spinner. That was a good hit. Got ammo flying everywhere out here. Yeah, I like it over there, man. I finally got the right light to see it. I'll be 50 in a couple weeks. No clue how I made it. Hell yeah, man. Right? It is hard to believe. It's funny how as you age, the older you get, it doesn't seem as old as when you were younger. When you looked at somebody who was older, you're like, damn, that guy was crusty. Now I'm like, man, I don't feel that old. But we're getting there. I don't know. Let's see if we can get a good hit. Days like this. My mama told me there'd be days like this. The funny thing is, even when I'm missing, it don't get me down no more. Because I know I'm a decent shot. And that's all that matters. That was a good hit. And that's where we're going to end it. It's too early for this. Well, on that note, I have to end it. 58. Nice. We're all getting there, huh? Ain't no young bucks no more. I need a coffee, and we are having family over today. So I would love that, Bam Bam. That would be amazing, my brother. Wish I had something to offer back. We could make a trade or something. But I don't really have much to offer. At least, not that I'm willing to let go. We'll put it that way. My collection is starting. Actually, I'll give you a. If you want, you have to tell me. Tell me like what's your measurements, man? What do you like to shoot? I got some natties around here. I'd be happy to ship to you. You 90 or bigger, smaller? Oh hell yeah, MD! Time to start making some stuff. I think I saw your face on people you may know or something, but I don't think. I mean, I'm on Facebook. I'm sure we'll figure it out. You talk to Mikey at all? because he could pass me on the info. I know you don't need nothing. I don't think any of us need anything. All right, yeah, we'll figure it out then. I'll meet you. There we go. That was okay. At least it made it move. That one did not. Yeah. Now I got that Van Morrison song stuck in my head. My mama told me there'd be days like this. Turn on the opposite magnet. Well, I made it spin around. And that made it jiggle. All right, I really do good. I love how Wasp makes their frames and the materials they use. Great. Combine that with a Chucking design. Yeah, for real, dude. Like, seriously. I don't know what their stuff is, but this plastic or whatever it's even called is amazing. And I bet you it's damn near indestructible. Other than heat, maybe. Heat would probably melt her down pretty good. But, yeah, you're not going to break it from fork hits and stuff. Or dropping it or running it over or anything. Dude, you could probably hit it with a hammer. I don't think I want to test it. But, Hoggy, how are you? You doing it today, ATO? Shit, I wouldn't have came on. Your day is the Sunday, man. I thought I was free and clear. I even checked. I checked before I went on. I scrolled through everybody. I'm like, all right, nobody's live. And I'm awake. And I have no work. So I'm going to go live for a little bit. Finally, a hit. There is a God. Ah, selling the old sausage sauce, eh? Well, boys and girls, enjoy your weekend. Check out ATO. I guess he's going live. Brooke has a new thing up. I don't know who else to mention. Go check out all these channels on here. Bam Bam. He's been posting a lot. Who else? Outside, you post quite a bit, don't you? You do like walking around the woods and stuff. Is that you? Or no, that's somebody else. I get confused. Anyway, enjoy your day, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a fun morning live. Hope you have a blessed day. Get out there and shoot if you can. Enjoy. Peace.